All right, we have our annual Halloween bash. Jenny and I, are a sweat deck this morning. So, you know what we're doing for our Friday. We are doing a sweat deck. We are going to get a quick stretch. It's going to be fun. I know you guys are so excited. Back to center, drop to the left. Back to center. Good. Right, center, left, center. We're going to get some big arm circles all the way up, around. Good. Nice job. And we're going to get some hugs. There, you guys are all joining. All right, so, oh my God, Caitlin, that was actually really creepy. So, we're just going to go into some air squats. So, if you missed it, we are the trainer sweat deck this morning. So, I am pulling out my deck of cards. It's been a hot minute since we have done a sweat deck. All right, we're going to drop it over. We're going to allow that upper body to hang. We're just going to get into that stretch. You can shift those hips slightly. Good. We're going to drop that butt. We're going to pop it up. Drop it. Pop it. Nice job. Two more. Drop it. Pop it. Last one. Drop. Pop. Good. Go ahead and roll it up. All right, you can get some marches, some jacks. I'm just going to explain our deck really quick. So our suits are going to be more of a lift. I am going to be doing those lifts with you and counting those reps out, okay? So it's not a first one done within those lifts. It's going to be going at my pace. If you get done, if you go ahead of me in those lifts, then you're going to just go into jumping jacks to finish out until we finish out that lift, okay? So spades are a bridged chest press to skull crusher. You're on the floor in that bridged position. Clubs, you're going to want a variety of weights this morning. Clubs, you're going to want one heavy dumbbell, I would say around 20, 25 pounds. You are going to squat it, then you're going to hinge it, row it, single dumbbell, okay? Diamonds are a squat press, and then hearts are a deadlift to curl. Your jacks, you're doing 10 bear rolls or burpees. Queens, you're doing 10 plank jack to knee drives. Kings, you're doing 10 overhead pull dead bugs. And then aces are 30 seconds of a plank. I will cue those up as we get going. So our first one is 7 bridged chest press to skull crusher. So go ahead and make your way to the floor. I'm going to be counting out those reps. We are bridging up. So we have a chest press. Rotate those wrists, skull crusher. There's one. Chest press. Skull crusher, there's 2. Making sure those forearms aren't bouncing off the mat. Good. Bending at that elbow joint, getting into that tricep. There's 6. And there's 7. Good. Bring it up. I need like an automatic card flipper. 2 diamonds. So 2 squat press. Bring it to your feet. So we squat. We press at the top. There's 1. We squat. We press. There's 2. 2. Bridge chest press to skull crusher. Quick little transitions. We're bridging up. Chest press. Skull crusher. Squeeze those glutes. Chest press. Rotate those wrists to that skull crusher. There's 2. Next one. We have 3 more. We're just knocking these out. Chest press. Skull crusher. You're in that bridge position. There's 1. Chest press. Skull. There's 2. Whew. Warming up that upper body. 3. Feeling it through those glutes already. Oh my goodness, guys, we have 4 more. Back to your back. I promise I shuffled up. There's 1. Squeeze. Chest press. Drop at that elbow joint. There's 2. Chest press. Skull crusher. There's 3. There's 4. Good. Lower your body together. Rock and roll it up. We have 5 squat, hinge, row. 5 squat, hinge, row. So we squat, we hinge, we row. There's 1. Squat, hinge, row. There's 2. Squat, hinge, row. There's 3. Load it up. Squat it. Drop it. Hinge, row. There's 4. Again, I am counting out the pace. If you get done before I am done counting, you are going into jumping jacks. There's 5. We are going to 2 more. Load that heavy dumbbell back up. We squat. We hinge. Row. There's 1. Curl it back to that squat. Hinge it. Row it. There's 2. We are going to 7 more. Goodness. Squat. Hinge it. Row it. There's 1. Making sure that core is pulled in. Squat. We hinge over. We row. There's 2. Squat it. Hinge. Row. There's 3. Belly button stays pulled in. Sit into those heels on that squat. There's 4. Dig out. We drop as we hinge. There's 5. Load it back up to that chest. Squat it. Drop it. Hinge it. There's 6. Drop. Hinge. There's 7. I need to find a better place for these cards. We are going to 9 more. Where's all our hearts and diamonds? Squat it. I swear this always happens. Hinge it. There's 1. Load it up. Squat. Hinge. Row. There's 2. On that row, you are pulling that dumbbell, squeezing through that backside. Wrap those elbows around. There's 5. Curl it. Squat it. On that hinge, belly button is pulled in. 6. Curl it back up. Nice job. Big dig out of that squat. We hinge. We row. 7. 2 more. Squat it. Hinge it. Row it. There's 8. We're getting into that lift. And 9. We have aces, 30 seconds of a plank. Get down those forearms and go. 30 seconds. So you're just in that plank position. You're on those forearms. You're up on those toes. You're pulling that belly button in, allowing that breath to slow down. Nice job. 10 seconds. And stop. We are grabbing those dumbbells for a squat press. Squat press. We have 4. Load them up at those shoulders. Ready? And go. So we squat. We press. There's 1. Squat it. Press it. There's 2. 3, sit back, dig out. There's 4. We have 8 squat hinge rows. Load up that single heavy dumbbell. 20 pounds or higher is where you should be probably. So we squat, we hinge it, we row it. There's 1. Squat, drop it, hinge it, row. There's 2. As we stand it up, we're curling it back to that chest. 3. Nice work. We are going to 8. Hinge. As we hinge, belly button is staying pulled in. We squat. We hinge. Drop that dumbbell. Pull. There's 6. There's 7. Last one. Squat it. Stand. We drop, hinge. Squeeze. There's 8. We have 5 bridged chest press to skull crusher. Down to that floor. You are bridging up. And we chest press. Rotate. Skull crusher. There's 1. Chest press. Rotate those dumbbells. Skull crusher. There's 2. Staying in that bridge. There's 3. Pulling that belly button in through that bridge. There's 4. Open up in that chest press. Rotate for that skull crusher. And 5. We have 10 squat hinge rows. Goodness, we're about out of that one. Load it up at that chest and squat. We hinge. We row, really getting that squeeze through that row. Curling it back to that chest or that squat. Hinge, row. Allowing that belly buttons to stay pulled in. Squat it. Hinge it. Row it. There's 3. Getting into that back side on that hinge. Hinge. Row. There's 4. Nice job. There's 5. Again, if you're going faster than my pace, you're just going into jumping jacks. If you get done, there's 6. 4 more. You got this. Squat it. Hinge it. Row it. There's 7. Curl it back up. We squat. We drop. Hinge. There's 8. 2 more. Squat. Drop it. Hinge it. There's 9. Last one. Squat it. Drop over. Keep that belly button pulled in. Hinge. And 10. We are going into that deadlift to curl. We have 5 reps. Ready? And go. So we deadlift. Stand it to curl. There's 1. Deadlift to curl. So on that deadlift, you're keeping that butt high. There's 3. Getting into that back side. There's 4. Focusing on the form, the heart of that lift. There's 5. Next one. We have 10 more. Of course we do. Ready? So we deadlift. We curl. There's 1. Deadlift to curl. There's 2. You can get that full range of motion through that curl. There's 3. Making sure that belly button stays pulled in. Those legs stay long as you drop those dumbbells. Back stays flat. There's 5. We're halfway there. 6. 7. Nice job. 8. 9. Last one. And 10. Next card is a king. You have 10 overhead pull dead bugs. So you're down. We go 1. So you have that overhead pull with that dead bug. 2. 3. Bringing that dumbbell back to center every time. 4. 5. 6. Keep counting them out to 10. Nice job. And stop. We are back to that. We have 8 more. Stay on that back. We have a bridge chest press to skull crusher. Grab those double dumbbells. 8 reps. Ready? And go. So we lower for that chest press. Drop that skull crusher. There's 1. Open it up. Rotate those wrists. Dropping at that elbow joint. There's 2. Staying in that bridge. Belly button's pulled in. There's 4. There's 5. There's 6. Nice job. There's 7. Last one. Chest press to skull crusher. There's 8. Nice work. We're at jacks. You have 10 bear rolls or 10 burpees. 10 bear rolls or 10 burpees. First one done ends it for everybody. Go. Nice job, you guys. Modify if you need to. You're doing those 10 bear rolls or those 10 burpees. First one done ends it, and done. We have 3 hearts. So it's that deadlift to curl. 3 of them. Load it up. Where's those jokers, right? Deadlift to curl. There's 1. Deadlift to curl. There's 2. Deadlift to curl. There's 3. You are down on your mat. We have a king, which is 10 overhead pulls with those dead bugs. Down on your mat, 10 overhead pulls, and go. I'm counting someone out. Making sure that lower back stays pressed into that mat. Soft bend through that overhead pull. We drop, alternating. Good. Get into that core. Still getting into that total body. Through and done. All right, we are down for a 30-second plank. We have that ace again, 30-second plank. Roll it over and go. 30 seconds in that plank. Making sure that chin isn't staying tucked into that chest. That belly button is staying pulled in. You are holding that plank for 30 seconds. Nice job, you guys. Ten seconds to go. From here, we drew a jack. So you're up for 10 more bear rolls or burpees. And switch. You are up. 10 more bear rolls or burpees. First one done ends it for everybody. Nice job. Get that heart rate up. And done. Joker, go ahead and grab a drink. You have about 30 seconds off. We might be over halfway through our deck, ladies. We are going until that deck is empty. Until the very last card. So we're back to you about 10 seconds. We are to those clubs, which is that squat, hinge, row. Go ahead and load it up. We have 3 reps. Ready? And go. So we squat. We drop it, hinge it, row it. There's 1. Squat it. Drop, hinge, row. There's 2. Making sure that belly button stays pulled in through that row. Hinge, row. There's 3. Stand it up. We are going into a squat press. We have 9 reps. Ready? And go. So we squat it. We press it to the top. There's 1, 2, 3. Nice job. 4, 5. 4 more. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. We go into 9 hearts. It's that deadlift to curl. Load up. We're getting these big ones out of the way. We drop it. We lift. We curl. That's 1. 2. Nice job. Soften through that lower body. That nice solid base. Core is staying pulled in. Shoulders are slightly back. Totally lost count. I'm going to say 3 more. 1, 2. Squeeze through that back side. Squeeze through those biceps. And stop. All right, next card. Diamonds. We have 6. Squat press. Ready? Load it up and go. So we squat. We press. Squat it. Press it. Nice job. There's 4, 5, and 6. Do a jack, 10 barrels or burpees. We're knocking those out. Barrels or burpees. And go. Still have yet to see a queen this morning. Ten barrels or 10 burpees. Nice job, you guys. First one done, finishes it. Done. Okay, we're going to kings. We have 10 overhead pull to dead bugs. 10 overhead pull dead bugs. Again, first one done. You are staying up. Lower back stays pressed into that mat. We overhead pull as we extend that leg out. Belly button stays pulled in. We're not cheating the lifts with speed. You are finding that stretch. Overhead pull. Lower back stays pressed. Nice job. And done. We have 4 hinge, squat hinge rows. 4 of them. Load up that single heavy dumbbell. Ready? And go. So we squat. We hinge. We row for 1. Load it back up. Squat it. Drop it. Hinge it. Row. There's 2. squat, hinge, row, belly button stays pulled in. There's 3. Getting into that front side. Then we drop it. Get into that back side. There's 4. Next card is a jack. 10 barrels or burpees. This is your last 10 with those barrels burpees. First one done finishes it. Nice job, you guys. So at any time, if you need to take that break, take that break if we haven't made it to that next joker. First one done finishes it. Nice job.
Done.
And stop. We are going into 10 diamonds, which are those squat press. Load up those dumbbells, squat press, ready to 10, and go. So we squat, we press for 1, we press for 2, 3, 4, nice job, 5, 6, focus on that breathing, don't hold your breath, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Drop it. We have 5 more. I'm giving you about 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Load it back up. We have 5 more. There's 1. There's 2, 3. Nice job, you guys. 4 and 5. Nice work. We have 5 hearts, which is that deadlift to curl. 5 deadlift to curl. And go. Drop it over. Curl it for 1. Lower, keeping that butt high. Curl for 2. Curl for 3. Nice job. Curl for 4. Last one. Curl for 5. We drew an ace. You're in a 30-second plank. Ready? And go. 30 seconds of that plank. We are winding down, girls. 30 seconds of that plank. Belly button stays pulled in. Keep those arms apart. Shift that weight forward into that upper body. You have 10 seconds. And stop. We drew a spades. We are down for that bridge chest press to skull crusher for 6. Skull chest press to skull crusher. Go ahead and bridge it up. We open up to that chest press. There's a skull crusher. There's 1. Open up for that chest press. Lower for that skull crusher. There's 2. Getting into that chest. Triceps. There's 3. There's 4. Keeping that belly button pulled in, even on that bridge. There's 5. Last one. Chest press. Rotate those wrists. Skull crusher for 6. Lower. Rock and roll it up. We have 4 hearts. We're back to that deadlift to curl for 4. Ready? And go. So we deadlift to curl. There's 1. Deadlift to curl. There's 2. Curl. There's 3. There's 4. We have 8 more. And we deadlift. We're right into them. Curl. There's 1. deadlift to curl. There's 2. Deadlift, curl. There's 3. Nice job, you guys. Focus on that form. There's 4. Lowering, leaving that butt high. There's 5. There's 6. 2 more. There's 7. Last one. There's 8. Dumbbells down. You drew a joker. You have 30 seconds off. Go ahead and grab that drink. We are getting super low. Grab that drink. Then we're going to jump right back into this. You have about 15 seconds. And then we are making our way down for 30 seconds of that plank. We drew an ace. All right, make your way down to the floor. Ready? And go. 30 seconds of that plank. So you are on those forearms. You can shift that weight forward. You're just holding that plank. Belly button is staying pulled in. You are slowing that breath. Keeping those hips square. Nice job. Breathe through this one. 5 seconds. And we're staying on that floor. We drew a queen for the first time and up. So we have a plank jack knee drive. So it's plank jack knee drive. There's 1. First one done, finishes it. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. Good. Stay with it. And done. We drew a king. 10 overhead pull dead bugs. 10 overhead pull dead bugs. Nice job, you guys. It is 6:02. Just to FYI, if anyone needs to leave at 6, I am staying on until this deck is gone. Nice job. Keep committing. 10 overhead pull dead bugs. And done. We have 2 hearts, 2 deadlift to curls. Then we drew a 7 hearts. So we have 2 right into 7. So let's go. Deadlift to curl. There's 1. Deadlift to curl. There's 2. We have 7 more. Deadlift, curl. There's 1. Focus on that form. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. Nice job. Soft bend through those legs. Belly button pulled in. There's 5. There's 6. Last one. And 7. You're down for 10 plank jack knee drives. So 1 plank jack, 1 knee drive is 1 rep. You're going to 10. We've finally drawn those queens. And done. We drew a 7 of diamonds. We're going into that squat to press for 7 reps. Load it up and go. So we squat. We press for 1. We press for 2. Press for 3. Nice job. Press for 4. Press for 5. Nice job. 6. And 7. Drop it for 5 seconds. We have 8 more reps. 8 of diamonds. Squat, press, load it up, and go. Squat it. Press for 1. Press for 2, 3, feeling real heavy right now. 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, and 8. Woo! Holy cow. 9 of spades. Bridge chest to skull. 9 of them. Ready? Make your way. Bridge it up and go. Chest press, rotate. Skull crusher, there's 1. My upper body is toast. There's 2. Chest, rotate. Skull crusher, there's 3. There's 4. Nice job. Open it up to that chest. Rotate those wrists. 5. 4 more. 6. 7. 2 more. 8. Everything's on fire. And 9. Lower. Bring it to stand. We have a queen, 10 plank jack knee drives. 10 plank jack knee drives and go. We are down to 4 cards left. Let's finish this out. And stop. We drew that 10 of spades. Chest press to skull crusher. You know there's an, ready and go. You know there's an exercise that you feel that you've done more than any other in a sweat deck. This is it for me. I feel like we've done this more than the others. I'm guessing not, but there's 3. There's 4. I even had Carson last night make sure it was a full deck and it had the right cards. There's 6. Open it up to that chest press. Skull crusher. There's 7. Ooh, feel the shake. There's 8. 2 more. There's 9. Squeeze to the top. Open it up. Chest press. Skull crusher. And 10. Holy cow. We have a queen. 10 plank jack to knee drives. And go. Down to 2 cards left. We got this. And it's a 3 rep and a 6 rep. We can do this. And done. We have 3 of diamonds. Squat to press for 3. 3 reps. Ready? And go. So we squat. We press. There's 1. Squat. Press. There's 2. Press. There is 3. We have 6 clubs. We have that squat hinge to row. Single heavy dumbbell. Ready? 6 reps. We squat. We hinge. We row. There's 1. Curl it back up. Squat it. Hinge it. Row. There's 2. Squat. Hinge. Row. There's 3. Halfway there. Curl it back up. Squat. Hinge. Row. There's 4. Squat it. Drop it. Hinge it. Row it. There's 5. Final 1. Squat. We hinge. We row. There's 6. All right. That was the final card. Great sweat deck today, you guys. Have a great day and a great weekend. Bye.